A Tale of Two Revolutions. In this PowerPoint, I'll be comparing the Neoclassical and the Romantic styles. Now, the two paintings I'll be comparing both revolve around different revolutions that happened in the history of France. For the Neoclassical style, I have The Oath of the Horatii by David in 1784. This was right before the French Revolution. And then in the Romantic style, I have Liberty Leading the People by Delacroix, and it was painted in 1830, right around the time of the July Revolution. So first we're going to take a look at the Neoclassical style. Neoclassicism came about as a way to inspire like a new morality and come away from those frivolous Rococo ideas and, inspire virtue. And they did that by referencing ancient Rome, ancient Roman stories and characters, and that classical idealism. And there's, it's more subdued, restrained. There's very highly finished quality to it. You can't see any of the brush strokes. You can't see the artist's hand there. It's just this perfectly finished painting. And then there's a huge emphasis on line over color. So you can see those lines so crisply in this painting. I love it. It's not just in the arches and the tiles, but just in the way the figures are drawn, the shapes, even the crisp folds of their clothing. There's a real huge emphasis on line. Now, this painting was, the story behind this painting is these three brothers, the Horatii, are taking an oath that they will fight to the death in this battle for their city, for their family. And it was really meant to inspire that self-sacrifice for the people. And this was a highly, highly politicized painting at the time, showing that idea that, we have that virtue to go out and fight for what is right. Now, in comparison, we have Liberty Leading the People here. Now, this is the Romanticism, the Romantic style, which was not quite so highly finished. You could see the brush strokes in the hand of the artist there. You could see, different textures, and it relied very heavily on color over line. So it had that emphasis on color. There's bright colors, lush colors in this painting, but also just even the shapes and the forms are created by all these layers and blends of colors. So in the Romantic style, there is a fascination with the Orient and anything that would be considered exotic. But this painting, it wasn't necessarily about anything exotic. It was about the July Revolution. It was about these people coming over the barricades and fighting their revolution. And it was a very heroic painting. It's very raw and emotional. And that is kind of the point of Romanticism, is to really evoke that emotion. There's so much action here. It's so chaotic, the jumble of figures and bodies twisting together. And there's that raw emotion of seeing that half-naked figure right in the foreground, and these dead bodies, and just that heroic charge of liberty leading the people. So it also was very politicized because it glorified that revolution, saying, we fought for our liberty before, we can do it again. And one of the themes that I'm noticing in both of these paintings is the theme of unity. In the David, unity is shown by these characters all standing close together. Their feet are so steadfast, and they're all in a matching positions there. Their hands are outstretched in a matching way. They're even clasping each other close together. And so it's a way of inspiring, that self-sacrifice, and just that message that, together, united, we can overcome. And then also we have that same message of unity in the Delacroix over here. We have people of all different ages and social backgrounds fighting together. The gentleman in the top hat, the worker, even that crazy kid with the two pistols. And it's showing, these people are all coming together from all different walks of life, and, they're coming over the barricades and they're fighting. Another thing that is interesting to note in these two paintings is the women, the two different ways women are treated. The female characters here are portrayed. We have the David that is these women are so flaccid and almost helpless looking. And then over in the Delacroix, we have, this Lady Liberty character who is so full of movement, and she's even holding a weapon, and she's, surging forward, calling people forward. And, it's a cool comparison. Now, obviously, she is a personification. She's not meant to be a real woman. I'm not insinuating that there's any kind of feminism going on here. Like, we know that he didn't mean to actually paint a real woman, but it's that imagination of that Lady Liberty character, the personification of the idea of liberty. And it's still interesting to see the difference there, the agency in liberty versus the helplessness of these ladies in the background of the Horatii. So yeah, we have both of these paintings that are just both very politicized, revolutionary paintings. It's about fighting for what you believe in, and it's about heroicism. And, on one side we have just the steadfast, noble, virtuous, heroicism. And on the other side we have, these people who are actually in the melee. They're fighting. It's this fiery emotion. And these paintings really were. They were meant to inspire revolution, and they did.